Jahlil Okafor is finally, and I do mean finally, out of Philadelphia. What is going on, y'all? 5 Sports Talk back at it with another video talking some NBA. Here to talk about one Jahlil Okafor who finally gets traded from Philly. I know he's throwing a party today, and you deserve it, Big Ja. You needed to get out of Philly, and I'm so glad they finally made your request and got you the hell out of there. And now he's going to the Brooklyn Nets, the official trade. I will get into those details, and I'll also get into which side I think obviously won in this trade. What does it do from the Nets side of things, the Sixers side of things, and then also talk about the future of one Jahlil Okafor in this league right now and moving forward. So first of all, let's dive into the trade details of this trade. So it is Jahlil Okafor, Nick Stoutis, and a second-round pick going to the Brooklyn Nets for Trevor Booker, who is, of course, going to the Philadelphia 76ers. So let's start from the 76ers side of things, okay? We all knew they didn't want Okafor. They wanted to trade him. He's been on the block, it feels like, for like a year and a half, 2 years now, okay? So obviously his trade value was completely shot. So we didn't know what the Sixers could get for Okafor, what offers they were getting for Okafor. I even made a video saying that the Bulls should take a shot on Jahlil Okafor, and I thought he'd be a good fit on a rebuilding Bulls team, but this is not a bad consolation prize. I'll get into that very shortly. But like I said, for the Sixers, they were even just looking for a second-round pick, and apparently, I don't believe them, but they nobody was willing to offer that. But they settled on this trade, which is Trevor Booker, okay? Trevor Booker is a nice player in this league. He's a perfect player for a playoff team. Can play 15, 20 minutes off the bench, give you good rebounding, a decent amount of points here and there, but really he's a very good rebounder and a hustle guy, and that's really about it. And so for the Sixers, I mean, they have enough young pieces with Simmons, with Embiid, with guys like that, and they don't really need any more young players. They do need a couple of veterans just to build around the young players and show them the way. And so he gives them some nice depth, although they have a lot of big name depth as it is. Now you've got Embiid, you've got Saric, you've got Raquan Holmes, you've got Amir Johnson, and now added to that is Trevor Booker. So gives them quality, big man depth. But like I said, Trevor Booker is a nice piece. But let's talk about the net side of things. I thought they got an absolute steal here. Like I mentioned with Trevor Booker, nice player, but he did not fit into the Nets' plans at all. Like I said, on a young roster that's trying to build for the future, Trevor Booker had no place. So they essentially gave up nothing because Trevor Booker was an expiring deal, and that is the reason that the Sixers took on his contract, because if they don't want him, they will just let him go. And essentially, Okafor, Stoutis, and that second-round pick were given to the Nets for virtually nothing, which is why I say the Nets got a steal, okay, an absolute steal, because like I said, not only did you get Okafor, but you got those two other pieces. Now, Nick Stoutis, I really don't care too much about. I do think he's a bust in this league, but hey, he can get hot occasionally. I guess he's a shooter, so you have that, okay? But like I said, Okafor is the centerpiece of this deal, and as hard as it is for people to remember, this is a guy who averaged 17 and 7 his rookie season, okay? I don't want to have to revisit the entire story, but Jahlil Okafor got a really bad rap in Philadelphia because Joel Embiid was there, and because we had Nerlens Noel there, and the Sixers just did not know what the hell they were doing drafting all these big men, and they couldn't play them all together, and they were sabotaging each other's career. Now, clearly, Joel Embiid is the best out of all of them, and they, of course, made the right choice by, building their franchise around Embiid. But I could argue Nerlens Noel and Jahlil Okafor, both very high picks in this league, they almost ruined their career. Nerlens Noel doesn't even get minutes off of the Mavericks bench, okay? And like I said, Jahlil Okafor hasn't played in God knows how long. So they have completely mismanaged both those players who are very talented. I believe Nerlens Noel is very talented, and I believe Okafor is very talented. And now the Nets get to take on the reclamation project that is Jahlil Okafor. Folks, he is 21 years old. He's still 21 years old, okay? Nobody on this Nets roster is younger than Okafor besides, I think, D'Angelo Russell, who's also 21. Actually, let me stress that Jared Allen is like 19. But you get my point. One of the youngest players on this team. And now you can build around Okafor and D'Angelo Russell, because the Nets obviously don't have a clear center. They shipped out Brook Lopez in that D'Angelo Russell trade. So now you have Okafor who can slide in at the 5. And folks, I'm not going to lie to you. I kind of like this Nets roster, folks. I know they got a lot of flack about giving up all those draft picks for KG and Paul Pierce, but they've done a good job of bouncing back from that. And now you've got a team with D'Angelo Russell, Jeremy Lin. I know he's hurt, but he'll be back next season. You've got Damari Carroll. He's a solid veteran player. But behind him, you've got guys like Alan Crabb, Karis LeVert I like, Rondé Hollis Jefferson I really like, and now you've got Okafor at the 5, and he can slide right in. I mentioned Jared Allen. He's nice too, very young player as well. So this next roster, you kind of see it coming and taking shape. Before, there was no direction, but now there is. And here's the thing. I will argue until otherwise. The Jahlil Okafor is a walking double-double in this league. I'm telling you he is. Yes, I know he cannot play defense to save his life. He is a revolving door on defense. I get all of that. But so is Enes Kanter, and he's the starting center for the New York Knicks. Okay, so to me, just because you're a bad defender does not mean you are not going to be able to be productive in this league. Now, what the Nets have to do is to make him a decent team defender. That's really it, okay? And a lot of people have this idea in mind that Okafor didn't get playing time just because of his bad defense. That played a part in it for sure. Okay, I'm not saying he's as good as Embiid. He's not even close to being as talented as Joel Embiid is in terms of being a two-way player. But the real reason he didn't get playing time was what I mentioned before, which was they could not handle and balance their big men, okay? And they completely sabotaged Nerlens Noel and Jahlil Okafor. But now that he gets a chance to play, he will show you guys what he can do, which is what I said, walking double-double, potential 2010 type of guy. And hopefully they turn him into a good team defender so he can at least be good at that. But I love this trade for the 76ers, for the Brooklyn Nets, and I'm so glad that they finally have Jahlil Okafor on the move. So happy for him. Let's see what happens moving forward, but clear winner in this deal, I think, are the Nets. And the Sixers, I thought they should have gotten more for Okafor, but I see what they tried to do. They just wanted to take an expiring contract. I doubt they keep Trevor Booker past this season because he's an expiring contract, but we will see. But like I said, clear winner of this deal is the new, I almost called it the New Jersey Nets, the Brooklyn Nets, folks. Okay, so let me know what you guys think about this trade. Leave a comment down below if you agree or disagree. Follow me on my social media. Hit me up, ask me a question. Links all down below for that. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you guys soon.